So here we have the mini report EDUProtocol. And in the mini report EDUProtocol, we're looking at being able to combine facts from more than one source into one report. This is something that we want students to be able to do, yet we don't give them the practice with it. We want them to also be able to distinguish between relevant and non-relevant facts, and then give them the repetitions to build capacity for longer and more detailed reports over the course of the year. So this isn't going to be our prettiest, most lengthy, detailed research report, but they're going to practice some of these skills so that they can build up and do that later on in the year, third quarter and fourth quarter. So for this protocol, it's not something that we're spending a whole lot of time grading. We're just looking for those key things that we want students to be able to do, and we model it and we teach it. So some things that you might do is think about focus areas of a certain topic. In the example that I'm going to show you, we'll talk about a president. And so if you think about some focus areas of a president, especially thinking historically in the 1800s and things like that, we have things like childhood, their early adult life. Many of them were involved in the military, or they may have had another career. They have their presidency, where that's a focus area, and then the legacy that left. You might think about battles of a certain war as well. Where was it located? What was the situation? Why was this battle taking place? Who were the different leaders? What was the outcome? And what happened because of that? So we're focusing on the task of being able to find details and being able to find facts and use them and cite them and things like that. So here's what this might look like right here in Organizer right here that you might give to students. Okay, what is the main idea of this entire 3-paragraph essay? What are my 3 focus areas right here? And find 5 facts. So students are skimming 2 sources, reading through 2 sources, and then jotting down facts. And you might give them these focus areas ahead of time, depending on their writing skills. So you might be focusing on a specific thing about a president, and you might give them these 3 areas that you want them to focus on, and they'll write down some facts. One great thing that you could do is you can do this collaboratively as well. So give students about 10 minutes to gather some facts, and then spend about 5 minutes asking students for their facts so that you can create a master copy. That's going to help those students who might struggle. They're going to now have the information to write. So even though they might not be able to get those facts independently, now they can see what a relevant fact is and be able to use that in their writing. When you can use a video, primary source documents, all sorts of things. She recommends for littles is that maybe it is just kind of doing it with read alouds and doing this all collaboratively and having them focus on maybe just a short couple of sentences on a certain topic and maybe returning it to the next day. Maybe for students who are unable to write or are just getting there, you could do that fact-finding section and draw a quick stick figure illustration around that focus area. So here's an example right here. So we could say our topic is on Alexander Hamilton, and we're not going to write the thesis. That's what the student's going to do. And we have some different sources here. One is a video, and one is this thing from BrainPop. So we have the different focus area right here. So we want to know about Alexander Hamilton's early life, his major achievements, and his death or legacy. So students would be looking through here, they would list some facts, and behind the fact, they would probably want to write source 1 or source 2 so that they can know which one it came from. And then you discuss, and then they start writing their paragraphs right here. And when we think about citations, at first, if they're not familiar with it, we just have them pop this stuff into a citation generator. There's plenty of them out there. Pop that in there and just get used to citing your source as a whole. Eventually, you can have them practice things like according to so-and-so and using that in their writing. But those are things that you would want to build on. So hopefully you see this mini report idea as something that you can implement in your class to help build writing capacity.